Oakville is located in the center of Napa Valley, so receiving the influence of the ocean, but at the same time being in the nice area where it's not too hot, not too cold, but very nice for Cabernet Sauvignon. When you see where the vineyard is located, it is at the bottom of the Mayacamas mountain on the west side of the Napa Valley. So the sun in the morning is direct and comes very early. But in the evening, because of the mountains, you get some shade around 6 o'clock, the shade of the mountains, of the Mayacamas mountain. So the vineyard is protected in the evening from the hot sun, and in the morning gets very direct sun. And then in the evening, because it's located close to the ocean, we receive the fog very gently in the night, and then in the morning, very early in the morning. So a cool night will never change a pH too high. So our pH in our wines are always bright, around 3.665. So that's one part of the equation to make great Cabernet Sauvignon in Oakville and in To Kalon, is that freshness in the pH. The soil has a long past of sediments, and we have a lot of rocky ground, and very nicely sloped toward the Napa Valley. I think we have a 5% slope, so extremely well drained, and it's a must for a Cabernet Sauvignon of high quality. And the Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve and Oakville will be closer to the Mayacamas mountain because of that drainage, and the soil very well drained. But it was surprising for geologists from France who came and studied our To Kalon like 10 years ago. They were just surprised to see how complex and different every vineyard for the soil. They have a lot of diversity. And it's due to the Mayacamas mountain, because you have peak and valley in the Mayacamas mountain. So you have river or small river of the past, like 1 million years ago, going slowly and bringing big chunk of gravels or a little bit of deposit. So every single valley and peak will bring a different structure of the soils. It is our role when we are planting to dig holes and to study in depth the profile of the soil. And in one vineyard we dig like 10 holes, they are all different. And we adapt the rootstock, and we adapt the clone, and we adapt the variety according to what we are seeing in the soil. The close spacing for foot by 4 foot is excellent for competition. They are so close together, then the roots compete. They compete for water, they compete for space. So the cluster will be small and the berry will be small. So the intensity in the wine will be even bigger. I'm walking the To Kalon vineyard and the rest of our vineyards with our vineyard team, because that's how we are going to understand the vision and the goal that we want to reach during harvest. So all year long, depending of the climate, depending of the weather, we talk together with the vineyard manager, and I tell him what I'm looking for, and he's telling me what he's going to address in the vineyard to reach the goal that we have, the winemakers. So that's why it's so important. So every season is different, every year is different, so we have to walk all the time. We are using the oak in our selection of material for the oak tanks in the cellar, To Kalon cellar, because oak is a natural element and breathes with the rest of the environment, and the temperature is very well kept. So when we are fermenting, we can control the temperature with the wood because it's a thick dam outside and inside, and we can control during maceration. Warm maceration is very important for extraction and polish the tannin during warm maceration. And then the oak is breathing, so during fermentation we have a very nice exchange and gentle exchange with the air outside, and that's how the tannins start to be polished and being complex. We are aging our Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve is 100% new French oak, and this is to give some spice and some complexity to the wine, and the oak and the sweetness of the oak will combine together and will give something absolutely delicious. And we age 18 months because it is the perfect time when we rack 5 times, and when the wine comes at bottling, it's clear, it's already well blended with the oak, everything is perfect and balanced and harmonious. I really believe that To Kalon is the first growth of the Napa Valley. First of all, because Mr. Mondavi in the past, in 1966 and after, had the idea of always traveling with a first growth in his suitcase, and a Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve. So everybody, each time he could open a first growth with Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve, everybody was astonished to see how the quality was comparable. So I continue that tradition, and I really believe it. It's just when I taste wines and I know the location and I know what is terroir. I have been in Bordeaux, I have worked for a certain first growth, and I know that the terroir is very important, and we have that special terroir to make special wine and special Cabernet Sauvignon Reserve at the high end.